6:09 here on Breakfast Television. We have been talking the election because we are now officially close to it.
Yes.
And one of the big things we've been looking at is women's issues and how women feel about many things. And
yes.
Went a little deeper with it.
We are a big portion of the population, and we saw what happened in the last federal election where the female vote went, and then that obviously propelled Trudeau's government to power. It was a recent survey done by Refinery 29 Canada, which focuses on women's issues. Over 1,000 Canadian women surveyed 18 plus to take a look at what they think. And before we hear from the executive editor, it's interesting. Justin Trudeau pegs himself as a feminist.
Yep, that's one of his big platforms.
Yes, but of those surveyed, 45% felt that his government didn't have the impact on women that they thought. So have a listen to some of the other results from this survey and what women are looking for when they head to the polls this time around.
All right.
The number one issue for women overall heading into this election is cost of living. So that really was by far the number one issue. And then following that was climate and jobs in the economy. They were kind of tied. So we broke it down between 18 and 35-year-olds and then 35 and above. And there were a lot of similarities between the two age groups. So there was a strong intention to vote among both age groups. We found that 89% of women said they were definitely or likely going to vote. One of the things that was slightly different is we asked women if they were concerned about abortion rights being rolled back in Canada, and the younger demographic was slightly more concerned. So 50% of women overall said that they are worried about abortion rights access being rolled back in Canada, and 56% of younger women. So that was something where it was slightly different, and we saw with the last election that women were a huge reason why the Liberals won such a strong majority. Women voted for Liberals far more than any other party, and if any party has a hope in winning an election in Canada, they need to get women out to the polls.
I asked her the follow-up question, Raj, and I said, okay, well, then what should the party leaders be saying in their final days to the female population? She said, acknowledge us, and not just in a roundabout way. Say, if someone asks a question, how does this affect the women in this, or say, I am a strong believer in this, they have to make their message clearer. She said it hasn't felt clear through the platforms. It's kind of just roundabout. If they talk cost of living, then they'll mention something about a woman or a man or whatever, but they need clarity. But I think a lot of people already have the clarity that they have, in all honesty, when we look at some of the advanced polls. So
It'll be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, so many people turned out this time for the advanced polls. So we'll see what happens. We'll know more on late Monday night. You'll be there, right?
Very late Monday night, yeah. Or into Tuesday morning.
Okay. And we're